Hello, welcome to Level Change channel. My name is Claudio Fonseca. I'm a real-world pilot, and today we are going to talk about the performance options that we have for the 737 Pmdg on the Microsoft Flight Simulator. This video is with a lot of information about some important subjects related to the performance. Also, this video is part of a series of videos about all the options that we have for the 737 from Pmdg. That's why I've created this document. This is a list of videos that you have separated by topics that will help you to find the correct video that you want about any option that you can find on the Pmdg 737. And today we are talking about performance. So in this performance video, we are going to talk about performance improved package, short field package, flight test package, and brake package. So stay tuned. We have a lot of things to cover, but really good information for you. So let's go back to our sim. The first thing I would like to do is to go inside our cockpit, and when you come to the CDU in the Pmdg setup, aircraft equipments, and then we have to go all the way to the page number 13, where you have the first page for the optional equipment. And today we are going to talk about 4 of them. The first one, the first subject of our video today is performance improvement package. You have the option for yes or no. And I'm going to show you first what is this performance improvement package, and I will leave the link to the document that I'm showing you in the description below. So what you have on the screen now is a Boeing presentation about performance improved package, or simply PIP, Papa India Papa. Basically, this is a retrofit to some airplanes, and of course the new airplanes, they are being manufactured like this, and Boeing claims that this will lower operational costs while improving the environmental signature of the airplane that uses it. So basically you have a couple of changes on your airplane. So you have this performance improved package, PIP, that combines aerodynamic and engine performance improvements to reduce fuel burn by up to 2%. So you can read all of this, but I will show you some photos and you will understand. For example, when the 737 was initially designed, the anti-collision light was like this. Not very aerodynamic. This is in the upper side of the airplane, on the top fuselage, and on the lower side, on the lower fuselage, you had something like this. So what Boeing did? They created a new light shape that is more aerodynamic and will reduce the fuel burn, also for the upper and for the lower light. And I will show you that this is what you get visually on the Pmdg as well. You have some differences in the slats and spoilers, but another thing that is really easy for you to understand and to see are the engines. So you will see that they cut a little bit of this nozzle. They design this one in a different way as well, and you have some difference on, for example, the heat shield and everything. So these are the things that you can see really easy on the 737 from Pmdg, but everything else that is shown and is written in this article is correct if you go to your sim and you select this perform improve package from yes to no. Okay, I'm just going to turn here to go around the area that I'm flying. This is not important to you, it's just to keep the airplane in a safe position. So if you say performance improved package as no, for example, and then we go outside, we are going to see that this light has the old shape. It's the same thing for the light at the bottom. It's not very aerodynamic. And now you are going to see, as it finishes the turn, we are going to see the engine as well. So you can see here the bottom anti-collision light and the engine shape, the exhaust shape here. So let's go to the optional equipment and turn it to yes. And then when we go outside, you will see that the lights, they are completely different, and the engine exhaust is completely different as well. So you can see the new shape for the anti-collision lights on the 737 and everything else. Okay, so these are the two things that you can see clearly on the 737 from Pmdg: the anti-collision lights, the engine exhaust nozzle. Pretty much what you have is a 2% decrease in the fuel burn. Of course, this is an average between short and long flights, and visually you will see those differences as well. So this is what you get for performance improved package, and the new planes, they come with this new performance improved package. So that's why I keep my setting as yes. The second one is the short field package. So we have here short field package, and for the short field package I also have something for you. This short field package, let me just change the screen here again for you. I will leave the link in the description below, and as you can see, it's written here that the short field package improvement was developed in 2006-2005 to allow Go Airlines, the airline that I was flying before moving to the Middle East. So I was flying the 737 in Go, and Boeing created this to allow Go to operate the 737-800 into Santos Dumont Airport, that has a runway with 1,465 meters of length. Okay, so because of this improvement that they create, Go was able to perform flights with the 737-800 from Rio as well. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger here. I'm zooming in for you to understand what we have. A couple of things they change on the 737, like the flight spoilers are capable of 60-degree deflection on touchdown by additional of increased stroke actuators. Okay, this compares to the current 33-38 degrees and reduces stopping distance by improving braking capability. Another thing, and this one I will show you on the Pmdg, this is very easy for you to show. Slats are sealed for takeoff to flap position 15 compared to current 10 to allow the wing to generate more lift at lower rotation angles. And no, the third option is very easy to show you. Slats only travel to full extent when trailing edge flaps are beyond 25 compared to the current 5. Auto slat function available from flap 1 to 25. So if you do not have the short field performance, the slat will be fully extended when you have flaps 5. Okay, so if you have, now you have the short field performance, the slats will only be in full extended when they are beyond 25, so only when you select landing flaps. There are also extra things like flap load relief function active from flap 10 or greater, 2 position tail skid, main gear camber reduced by 1 degree, just 1 degree, to increase uniformity of braking across all main landing gear tires, reduction of engine idle thrust delay time from 5 to 2 seconds to shorten landing row, and FMC and FCC software revisions. Okay, so this is what you get. Again, I will keep the link for this document or this website on the video description, but what I can show for you on this short fuel package is that, for example, if you have it as yes, and then you have, for example, flaps 10, you will see there on the top that your leading edge slats, they are in the extended position, as you can see here by number 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 being in the middle indication here. That is called extended indication. Note they are not fully extended, okay? They are just extended. If we come here and we select short field performance to no, then it reverts to the standard Boeing airplanes in the beginning, and then with flaps, I will show you, the flaps are still in the position 10, for example, but now you have your slats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 already to the fully extended position. So they are not in the middle position anymore, which is called extended. They are the fully extended position. So all that is written in that article is true, and I can show you because of this. So if you do not have short field performance, once the flaps are beyond 5, you will get slats fully extended, like this is the case. If you have short field performance to yes, then the slats will only go to the fully extended position when they are beyond flaps 25. So you can select up to flaps 25, the slats will still be at this position, they will not go to fully extend. Okay, as this is the latest option from Boeing, I do recommend you to keep the short field performance active. That will help you as well to land in short runways, like for example Santos Dumont. It's not that the airplane is capable of landing in Santos Dumont with maximum landing weight, but increases the performance and the capability of the airplane by a lot of kilograms. Okay, so for this video we are going to skip auto probe heat. You will find it in another video. And the third subject of our video today is the flight test package, as yes or no. This is just a visual thing, but is related to performance and to all the measurements that Boeing does before releasing the airplane into service. So if you have as no, you will have a normal airplane. But if you have it a flight test package as yes, you will see something else at the tail, and this is another pitot that they use to calculate and then compensate all the instruments reading by this pitot. So basically they are recording air data from this pitot here that will give them what's the error that they have on the pitots installed on the airplane due to the compressibility of the air around the airplane. So they take this as far as they can, so that will give them indication with no air compressed around, like it is around these pitots that we have here in the airplane. So all of these, it has an impact because of the airplane fuselage, so Boeing uses that extra pitot to get more accurate readings and then compare the tested data. So this is only for Boeing test airplanes, so I do recommend you to keep flight test package as no, and then that extra pitot will be removed from your view. The last one, the fourth option that we have related to performance is is brake package, and you have the option between carbon brakes and steel brakes. And for this one, I will also show you something by Boeing. So once again, I will leave the link for this website in the video description, and here we can figure out what's the difference and what Boeing calls operational advantage of carbon brakes. So it explained the carbon brakes is just a change on the brakes itself, so you have it as carbon instead of steel, and it shows the carbon brake history, the operational advantage. So operational advantage, you have a longer life, cost effectiveness, high performance, and light weight. This is very important for the companies. As they decrease the weight of the airplane, they are capable of carrying more payload or reduce the fuel consumption during the flight. Okay, so that is the environmental impact as well. So what's the carbon brake weight savings depending on the model, the availability for them. But the most important for us today is that taxi braking recommendations for carbon brakes and steel brakes, they are different. Okay, Boeing says because the wear mechanisms are different between carbon and steel brakes, different taxi braking techniques are recommended for carbon brakes in order to maximize brake life. So basically what Boeing is saying, that maximum steel brake life can be achieved during taxi by using a large number of small light brake applications. So that means when you are taxiing, you are going to make a lot of small and light brake applications. So you will not allow your airplane to develop and to increase the airspeed, the ground speed a lot before touching the brakes. So what Boeing recommends you is that you keep braking the airplane during taxi to keep it at low speed, because if you have a higher speed and higher weights, you will spend more steel brake. So what they want you is to pretty much ride the brakes. You don't have to keep braking all the time, but you brake more constantly. Do not allow the airplane to taxi at a very high ground speed, especially if you have high weights. The other option with the carbon brake, it says that the wear is primarily dependent on the total number of brake applications. So Boeing says that one firm brake application causes less wear than several light applications. So remember, for the steel brake, you want a large number of small light brake applications. You don't want to brake hard, but you can brake a lot of times. For the carbon brake is different. Okay, you want one firm brake application. Okay, you want to avoid several light applications, because they were the same thing if you uses one firm or several lights. So every time that you apply brake on the carbon brakes, you are going to have some wear of these brakes. Okay, so they say that the maximum carbon brake life can be achieved during taxi by using a small number of long, moderately firm brake applications instead of numerous light brake applications like used to be in the steel brake. So this is how you have to taxi if you have carbon brake. So if you have carbon brake, let your airplane to increase your the ground speed until you are close to the maximum allowed, and then you make one firm brake, you reduce the speed a lot, you bring it their speed, all the ground speed almost to zero, I would say around 5 to 10 knots, and then you release the brakes and let the airplane roll again. When you reach those speeds close to your limit, then you brake again. Okay, so you leave the airplane reaching almost 30 knots during taxi, and then you brake down to 5 or 10, and then you release the brakes and you keep doing like this. But on the steel brake, you try to keep your taxi speeds between 10 to 20. So when it's reaching 20, you brake a little bit, you bring their speed, the ground speed down to 12, 15 knots, then you release it, and then the ground speed will increase again, but you don't let it go too much, you already brake again. So that is the main difference. Okay, so because of this, you can select any brake that you want. Just pay attention for the way you brake, because that will change a lot the brake temperature as well. And of course, if you have a carbon brake, it helps you to brake in a shorter distance, because they are more effective than the steel brakes. Okay, so I do recommend you to select short field package and carbon brakes, as these are the new recommendations and the newest equipment that you will find from Boeing. Okay, so just to make a quick revision of the optional equipments related to performance, you have performance improved package. I do recommend it to keep as yes. You have short field package. I do recommend to keep them as yes. Flight test package, I will say no, because this is only for flight test flights from Boeing. And the latest one for this video, brake package, the new ones are carbon, and I do recommend you to use them and just use a different taxi technique than the steel brakes. Okay, guys, I hope you like this video. Of course, you have a lot of material to read about the performance proof package, the short field performance, and the carbon brake as well. Once again, all the links will be on the video description, including the link to the video list that I've created with all the videos I've developed to this channel to help you to choose all the settings and configurations that we have available for the 737. If you have any doubt, use the comments below. Share this video with your friends if you like it. If you learned something today, hit the like button below. I see you soon. Bye bye.